Well, I'm back with ABM Elements Part 4 after some more trial and learning. The difficulty as to why these agents are not actually reaching the appropriate place and dying when I do this simulation. They continue to become more and more random, though none of them ever die. So, in attempting to understand why the model's not doing what I thought it was supposed to be doing, I went ahead and developed a new display. And let me go ahead and call this display toxic level LE. And what this is displaying is I've taken the population, I've created a variable, and I said that I want this variable to be the value of percent toxic for the population. And when it plots this, if I run the simulation and look at this, it's showing me how the percent toxic is growing over time, but it's never reaching what I had set as the transition level because it wanted to be greater than 0.9. The reason I found out that it's not doing that is that I had not changed the simulation settings to be long enough so that the agents were actually becoming sufficiently toxic to die, so that now that I've changed the settings to run from 0 to 200 minutes, if I now simulate this, you'll notice that the motion becomes more and more erratic, even more so than before, and it will finally get to the point where the agents will begin to die because the toxicity level is above the 0.9 threshold that was set. Now, there's still an aspect of this that probably should catch your eye, and that is that in this configuration, the agents continue to move even after they die, which probably doesn't make a lot of sense, that once the agent is transitioned from alive to dead, they probably should stop moving. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take and communicate the value alive to the new action state, and we'll change this formula so that it says if the agent is alive, then we want the agent to move, and if the agent isn't alive, we don't want them to do anything. So if we now go ahead and simulate this, hopefully when the toxicity level gets to a point where the agent dies, they will stop moving, which I think is appropriate. And you'll notice that when they turn red, they don't move anymore. So hopefully this begins to point out that you sort of have to learn your way forward in terms of how the interactions need to be constructed to represent the environment that you're trying to understand, so that initially this was set up to transition the agent from alive to dead based upon a toxicity level, and then the realization that what was being produced wasn't sufficiently appropriate. So we had to go ahead and add a communication from alive to the action to indicate that once the agent transitioned from alive to dead, they no longer moved. So hopefully in 4 parts, this has provided a better understanding of the individual components, which, as I said, are not many. There is the agent states actions and the population, which is what you use to create agent-based models with. The extent or variety of the models that you can create is based upon your ingenuity at figuring out how to combine those pieces in a meaningful manner. And noting that you can have lots of states for an agent, and you can have multiple states. In other words, an agent could be alive and dead, could be male or female, could be sick and healthy, depending upon what it is that you're trying to model transitions of. And really nice to be able to create hybrid models so that there are certain aspects that are based upon a system dynamics model, and using that to interact with the agent-based aspect of the model to combine the both of them to produce a simulation that's representative of that set of interactions or that set of relationships that you're trying to better understand. So, as I had indicated at the beginning, many videos ago, that in this section, in the InsightMaker references, there are links to these short one-page descriptions of the various agents that are in InsightMaker, and I would encourage you to read through them again to simply reinforce your awareness of what the individual elements are. And in the next several sections, we will build some more agent-based models, and I would advise that you build this model from scratch, piece by piece by piece, and ensure that it does what you intend it to do. As I said, look at it as being trial and learning. So I'll see you in the next video.